Here's what's coming up on today's 108.9 The Hawk.
Here's the thing. I know you guys like rock music. I like rock music.
Oh, man, I love
specifically
rock.
hard rock.
If Sharon Stone will take me back, Scotty.
Uh-oh.
You
We
can
don't
poop
serve
right
water.
into lips. And you definitely love the only English sitcom that starred Supertramp.
Great music, but I think about great grilled chicken and pepperoni pizzas. If I could get your name. I know.
There it is, really.
The Geoff and Whisp Show. Every morning on 108.9 The Hawk. Well, you may not be rocking into the night, but you're certainly rocking into your morning. 8:03 on 108.9 The Hawk.
Unless you're
you
rocking
should be
out of the night.
You're
You're doing your
rocking-
own version of a 38 special parody. It's a
my
parody that's
God.
not too strong. It's just like a little bit of a change.
Rocking out of the night. Rocking out of the night.
And it
'Cause you've
works.
been working all night.
And then you're like, well, it's not really funny, but it's
not
definitely a
at
parody.
all. It's a parody.
Maybe it's a pastiche. You know?
Not all parodies have to be funny. Eric Clapton. That is a quote from Eric Clapton.
Are you telling me that all these new Eric Clapton songs we've been hearing are just
They
parodies?
don't have to be funny. Now, if you don't know what we're talking about with these parodies, let me play one for you here. This is one, of course, you have heard already on 108.9 The Hawk, but this is Pizza Here Tonight from Eric Clapton. You tell us, is it parody? And if it is it funny?
I like pizza 'cause it has the toppings and the cheese I like. And sometimes if I'm not hungry, I can
Just take one slice.
It's always, you think it's going to be bite.
You think it's going to be a bite, but it's one slice. He also had Forever Bland, which was his Forever Man redo. Scotty, get that up.
How many times must I say I love so before you finally understand? Won't you use some seasoning, woman? Or will you keep your food forever bland? Forever bland. Forever bland. Forever bland.
See, now that one's good because I do have issues with seasoning. I do tell my caretaker, Fanny, more seasoning now.
And Clapton knows. That's what parody is
He
all
knows.
about. It's just like
He
facts.
knows.
Not necessarily about being funny. And he does cover it, actually. Little known fact. This is not a little known fact.
Wait, is this a good rock fact?
This is not a good rock fact. This is a little known
Okay,
fact.
because I had it ready.
This is not a good rock fact, but
Okay, good.
Eric
Good, good, good.
Clapton does have a book about sketch comedy coming out.
Holy shit.
He realized there weren't many books about sketch comedy, and he wanted to specifically write one about parody, and it's called Parody, Pastiche, or Satire in it.
Yeah.
And he never really
I didn't know it was
answers in the
Clapton
book.
until we got the in it.
You
at
didn't
the
know.
End. Like
You didn't
he's
know.
fucking Noel Gallagher.
It is a
Oh my God.
1,000-page self-published book. It's
Unbelievable.
mostly about vaccines.
Unbelievable.
But chapter 27, It Shouldn't Be Funny, is mwah. If you
It
want to learn
shouldn't be
about
funny.
parody, talk to Clappy.
Oh, I cannot wait. I've always wanted to learn sketch comedy, and I might as well learn it from the slow hand of comedy, Eric Clapton.
He takes his time writing his sketches with his slow hand.
You got to take your time.
The key to comedy, the key to sketch comedy, take your goddamn time.
Have the slowest hands around. That's the key to sketch comedy. Hey, we've got Val Verde local business update coming up in just a second. Of course, we do that every 8 o'clock hour right here on the Geoff and Whisp Show. But I do have to tell you, everybody, today's Geoff and Whisp Show brought to you by the Popcorn Ghost. Now, you know that weird-looking popcorn store on Hog Street that always looks closed and dusty as all hell? You know.
Yes.
You always get a bad feeling. I'm reading.
Oh, I thought you were asking me because I do know.
That was it. Okay, you do know. Okay,
Scotty,
so
you
let me-
gotta give me
Scotty,
the little head signal to let me know when he's gonna be reading copy because
throw the delay so we'll start back on that and the audience will hear you know. So
this
here we
one's
go.
on Scotty.
Yeah, this one, you fucked it. Scotty! Okay, you know. Now you do say your thing.
Oh, really? Yes, I do.
Okay. Oh, you always get a bad feeling even looking at the store? Well, that's the Popcorn Ghost. Serving popcorn to Val Verde for over 48 years. And here's a fun fact. It's open 24 hours. So if you gather up your courage, you can go right in and try some of their legendary popcorn flavors. Geoff, I'm going to read them off. You tell me if you've ever had any of these popcorns. Number 1, Sage the Room. Quick.
Oh my God, I have. Tastes like white cheddar.
Oh, gotta try that. Heaven's Revolt.
Oh, very good. Tastes a lot like white cheddar.
It's moving again.
Ah, that one is one of my favorites. It's a Chicago style. So, of course, caramel and white cheddar.
Real thick popcorn.
Oh, the thick.
Okay, here we go. God has damned thee.
That one is just cold. It just leaves you.
Just, okay.
And you have it,
Okay.
and you just go, did it just get cold in here? You guys feel that?
And then my littlest finger likes what it sees.
That one always confuses me. Is it a reference to Of Mice and Men, or is it a reference to Game of Thrones?
I tell you what,
Littlefinger?
we don't talk books here on the Geoff and Whisp Show.
No,
so
especially
I
when
would
we're
not
talking about the
know.
popcorn
I don't
ghost.
No, especially if we're talking about Popcorn Ghost. Hog Street, they're right next to Sexy Dexy's Army Surplus and Survival Time Hole. So head on down there on Hog Street and try out some of these. Let us know if you've tried My Littlest Finger Likes What It Sees. Let us know what it tastes like.
I'm too scared to taste it.
I'm just too damn scared to taste it.
I go running over
And-
to Sexy Dexy. I go, is this owned by the guy from Dexy's Midnight Runners?
It isn't. It's just local character of Val Verde's
The thing
Sexy
is,
Dexy.
I know this. Me and Sexy Dexy went to high
I
school
know.
together.
Yeah, never served. Never served. Just really like playing Army.
I mean, he truly is. He truly is.
Yep. Hey, I do have to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, again, we love featuring local businesses here in Val Verde. They are the heart and soul and blood and other parts of Val Verde that make us operate. So we can then have money to then do this for you every morning. See, you doing your slob job and making these businesses run
Helps us with
Helps
our
us.
slob job, which is not a slob job, and that is
It's not
very
a
rude
slob
that you
job.
said
That's
that.
very
That's
fucking
very
rude. You should take that back quickly. But I tell you what, we're very excited about this news. Everyone knows the Hard Rock Cafe right there in Verde Square. And we know that it's been on hard times, ladies and gentlemen.
Big time.
But now, maybe not. Because they've got a new owner, ladies and gentlemen. We haven't met you, sir. We're very excited you're here. Flip Turley, the new owner of Val Verde's own. You get the T-shirt. It says Hard Rock Cafe Val Verde right there.
That's
you
right.
know all
That's
about
right.
it. You know
That's
all
right.
about it. You're
That's
probably
right
selling
indeed.
them. You're selling them, Flip, huh?
No, not selling them. Not selling those T-shirts because we ain't a Hard Rock anymore, guys.
Excuse me.
Baking powder.
Beep,
Yeah,
beep,
no,
beep. Back up.
Here's the thing. I know you guys like rock music. I like rock music.
Oh, man, I love
Specifically,
rock.
hard rock.
I love hard rock music, which makes it easy for me to eat a meal at Hard Rock Cafe, because if I didn't, I just would not be able to digest it.
Well, let me ask you this. If I ask you, I go, you want to go to the Hard Rock Cafe, it probably elicits a little bit of anxiety in you. Right? Well, what do you mean by hard rock? What's your hard rock? What's my hard rock? You know, it's like going to a museum of art. We don't go to a museum of art. We go to a museum of, Van Gogh museum. We go to whatever, Mona Lisa museum, whatever it is.
I love the Mona Lisa museum.
And
Thomas Kincaid.
exactly.
My God. Best museum we got in Val Verde.
I love it. I've been there a handful of times. It's a good first date place, and I am married thrice. Fourth time's going to be the charm. I hope.
Oh, hey, I'm on number 7 myself.
Wow.
Divorced. I'm hoping for number 8. If Sharon Stone will take me back, Scotty.
But seriously,
serious.
you're talking about Sharon Stone, the actress, or Sharon Stone, the one who runs that knitting store off of El Guapo?
I wish. The actress was
okay,
my wife. But
Easier
if I
get
could have
than
married
the one who runs the knitting store.
Honestly, no.
the knitting store
Honestly,
one
no.
is, yeah.
She's a minx down at the
Stone
knitting
Cold
store.
Fox.
I would fuck. I
Oh,
would
my goodness.
Whoa!
Hit that. Throw the delay,
gotta throw
Scotty.
that delay.
I didn't mean to say I would fuck. I meant to say I would fucking love to go out with her. I didn't want to say I would go ahead and throw it. Okay. 3.
So
2,
gentlemen,
1.
basically, We were Hard Rock Cafe. Now we are rebranding, and we are be a Rolling Stone Cafe.
So like the magazine.
No, the band. But we couldn't legally call it the Rolling Stones Cafe because that is some legal issues.
Okay.
We could call it a Rolling Stone restaurant.
Interesting.
So it's, okay, I'm going to do the math for me here. What is it called?
A Rolling Stone restaurant.
Restaurant. So you deep sixed cafe.
Just got
Cafe
that
was
out
also a little French, a little shishi, little bit like, this is not about what we're about here. We're about restaurants, right? It's like we don't have hamburgers, we got steak burgers. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of, that's where we're at.
No French fries, we got freedom fries. That's how it works here.
Amen.
So I'm going to list off a few of my favorite things that I like to eat down at the Hard Rock Cafe. You tell me if they're still there, okay? Yeah. The Alex Van Halen in a neck brace onion ring.
Okay, well that is gone. That is out.
Really?
Wow.
We call our new one Mother's Little Onion Rings, and these are they pick you up when you're down, and everything here has got a little bit of a Rolling Stones attitude. Our urinals are in the shape of lips, and so are our toilets.
So
and
you
we
can
don't
poop
serve
right
water.
into lips.
I have always wanted to poop right into the lips. Now, when we're saying lips, are they official Rolling Stones lips, or are they just a little off to skirt around any sort of
here's the thing.
legal
Lips are
issue?
lips. Lips are lips. They are lips. And,
Okay. Lips
so
are
they are
lips.
red lips. Again, the tongue is also out. And, a lot of people think it's a bidet situation, but it is not. You must wipe. And that's something we do put up. Signs are in the bathroom right now. You must wipe.
You
Don't
gotta.
wipe
I
your
mean, when I see a
tuchus on
tongue out,
that,
I'm
yeah.
immediately thinking bidet situation. I'm
There
just
is a
immediately
bidet
rub it
situation
right on my bowl.
going on. I see a tongue out, I'm like, whoa, water slide. And I'm going up and down,
Well,
up
that's
and
I
down.
mean, I love that. That's why I love using the urinals because I pee on the tip of the tongue and I just watch it go right down the gullet.
It's like peeing on the walls in London where they used to have that thing out where it would just drop down on your legs. So I imagine it works a lot like that.
Again, I've never been. I don't kowtow to all that kind of European shit. Sorry,
okay.
hit that button.
Throw it.
But I know you're a fan of steak burgers, and I'm a fan of steak burgers. But I also am a fan of Cajun stuff. My first wife was from New Orleans, so we offer everybody a chance to paint it black. That's our Cajun specials.
So that's like blackened anything.
Blackened.
You can paint anything black.
Can you paint anything black there?
Yeah. We want the pasta black. We'll just give you squid ink pasta.
Salad.
We'll just make that. Yeah, we'll give that black. I mean, you could do a million things with this food color, and that's the thing that I've been loving here. It's been great.
Oh, so it's
You
not
want
about
water?
any Cajun seasoning. It's
Right.
Just
It's not blackening with seasoning.
You just make it
We're
everything.
getting there.
The
We're
color.
getting there. Like I said, I am
Okay.
divorced. I'm divorced. My
Okay.
wife was the cook back then. We are getting there, and it's been a lot of fun. I do love, celebrating the band Rolling Stones, and we're just getting, to me, it's like the ice cream museum, or it's like the balloon museum. It's an Instagrammable kind of a place, So here you don't get your waters. You get your muddy waters because for those of you who don't know, Rolling Stone was the name based on a Muddy Waters song. So yeah, that's, and that is dirty water. That's dirty water. Yeah, that's good water.
I love that dirty water. I love it. Now, I do have to ask, what are the legal implications of using so much Rolling Stones material? Have you heard from any of the
he
members?
just has
or have
to
you
ask here. This
I
isn't
have
gotcha
to
journalism.
ask.
He just
This
has
is-
to ask.
No, I get you.
Yeah.
No, I get you.
No gotcha
Charlie
journalism.
Watts is representative. Yes. He reached out and said he would love to come by. And then, I think it's a lawyer or something like that. So we got Charlie Watts' lawyer interested in just coming check it out. I told him free meal on us. You just pay the tip because that's not fair to not tip your server.
He's
I
also
forget
going
that.
through enough anyway with Charlie Watts being dead, and he could probably
reeling
use
from
a
Watts
real
dying.
meal. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
like, I just need to
and,
eat my feelings.
I talked to the cousin of Ronnie Wood.
Really?
Yeah, well, a distant cousin of Ronnie Wood, and he
Which
he
one?
said, I think his name was Taylor.
Oh, I know
Taylor Wood. Yeah.
Taylor Wood.
Wow.
Taylor Wood is interested. And the big wigs, Mick, Keith, all them. Right now it's hard to get their emails. Honestly, I've been asking a lot of people for the emails, and I can't get an email from Mick Jagger. But I would like to say, if anyone does have his personal email, I'm going to make it simple.
Have you tried just typing mickjagger@gmail.com into Gmail?
Yeah,
I've done that. I've done Mick_Jagger. I've done Mick Jagger 69. I've done Mickey Donalds Jagger because I thought maybe he likes McDonald's. I don't know.
No, he might. He should. And no pictures popped up. No pictures that said this is a real human in Gmail.
It all gets, returned to sender, whatever it is, because I'm still working off my Prodigy. Wait. You're
using a Prodigy account still?
I've been using my Prodigy account. Why broke? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
That is true. And if there's one thing we know is not broke, is Prodigy.
Well, Prodigy ain't broke. You don't got to fix it, But I tell you, when I came into this Hard Rock Cafe, I was like, well, this place is broke. It's broke of ideas and stuff like that. I wanted to change it up. I wanted to make it fun for the whole family. I mean, one of the things that brings people together, obviously, is the sounds of Mick Jagger and Keith Richards, of course. All them. And obviously we do offer the Brian Jones option, which is we can sit a family member away from you as if they have died.
Oh, see, I thought it was you would dunk their meal in a pool.
Oh well, that's what we do
pool
have
of gravy.
We do have that was
Pool
something that I was told by legal was in poor taste. We had a dunk machine called the Brian Jones Experience. You could just sit on this dunk machine and you throw your used plates and cups at it and then just drop you right in.
I can't understand why that would be a bad taste. That's just good, clean fun.
That is cleaning your stuff. You don't have to have a dishwasher if you have the Brian Jones dunk machine.
And that's the fun part of it. You get to throw your cup at that thing, and you hit your grand aunt or somebody like that. She falls in a pit of water, and she's good to go.
Oh my God!
We also, for me, the Stones never got better and only got worse after Bill Wyman left. Bill Wyman to me was. He was the guy.
That was the heart of the Stones to you.
That was the heart.
Wyman.
Bill Wyman to me. To me, yeah. Why? Well, you got what's your favorite Bill Wyman track?
Oh my! What's my favorite Bill Wyman track that he wrote for the Stones?
Well, they just said that they brought his best to.
That Bill Wyman brought his best to.
There's so many. When I loved seeing this because I saw the Stones a lot in the '60s. I saw them so many times in the '70s. I was partying with them in south of France during exile. I was there in the stinky-ass little heroin-filled basement in the south of France. And my favorite thing about Bill Wyman wasn't even his performance, is that he would stand in the corner and he would just shut the F up. Even if you were talking to him and asking questions that only Bill Wyman can answer, nothing.
Blair Witch Project style. He just turn his back and go
turn around
and be like, "What are you doing, Bill?" It was just It's
and that to me, I'm like, well, I mean, look, and look. If this goes well, then we are talking. I mean, we have been talking to a couple people. There's that pretzel shop over in the mall, and we want to expand. We want to make that Bill Wyman's Pretzel Kings kind of an honorarium to the Rhythm Kings. His band, which I think is eclipsed by all metrics, the Stones.
You think that the Rhythm Kings are like in today? If I'm talking, I have a chance to go see the Rolling Stones on the Hackney Diamonds tour, or I go see the Rhythm Kings.
I'm going to say Sympathy for the Devil. You put that next to, Mississippi Flyer or Green River, and I think you're going to be like, well, I mean, bested. They've been bested.
He makes a good point.
That's the best thing.
He does make it a good point. Two songs that were covers for the Rhythm Kings versus a classic original by Jagger Richards.
But if they're covering it, then that means it's good enough to cover. Am I right?
It's good enough. It's a good cover.
When the cover makes you forget, it's like when Bruce Willis did his album Under the Boardwalk. For the first time, I was like, wow, that's what Secret Agent Man is supposed to sound like. That's what Under the Boardwalk is supposed to sound. Bruno. I think when you look at the lexicon, he's the guy who brought blues to America.
He did.
It's like a lot of people say it was Elvis, it was Bruno.
Nope.
And then a lot of people say Bruno Mars on top of that. So that is the Bruno passing the torch from Bruno to Bruno.
I mean, this does bring up actually a good question. Now,
what is that, Jeff?
In your a Rolling Stone restaurant. Have you had any issues with the blues man himself, Dan Aykroyd? One of the owners of House of Blues and, of course, Crystal Skull.
Crystal Skull. Yeah.
Drinking it right now.
Crystal Skull vodka, yeah.
Oh, my God. It's delicious.
Has
he
had any issues with everything you've done to his beloved Hard Rock Cafe?
Well, I guess, maybe this is the place to announce it, but we are going to get the band back together, and Jim Belushi has decided to grace us with an appearance to do a little Blues Brothers. It's going to be him and Jimmy Fallon. Dan apparently can't make it, so the two of them are going to get up there and show us what's what, doing some of the classic blues. Classic blues.
Blues Brothers 2025 in a Rolling Stone restaurant.
I saw Jimmy Fallon on that SNL thing, and I'm just like, what? He wasn't an original Blues Brother?
He got the moves.
Are you kidding me? He's got all the moves. And now if he can just have the trifecta of Jim Belushi showing him how he used to pee in jars on the set of According to Jim.
Look, I talk about that all the time. We have that available at our restaurant as well. We don't have restrooms. You don't have to use the restroom. You can also use a commemorative jar. You bring that home. We will not empty it out. That is commemorative, so that's a $15 jug, but you can bring that back whenever you come back. Did I tell you about the menus?
You didn't. You were telling us a little bit. We do have to go to a commercial break in a second, and then
I guess that's a better cheese than I could possibly ever get.
Now we are going to talk menus here in a second. Where with
literally, I want to talk about the menu design, not even the
what's on the fucking
items
thing.
on the menu.
Throw the delay. We're going to be back with Flip Turley in just a second. We're going to pay some bills right now. We got a surprise for you coming up, Flip. But first, oh my God, if you're at the front door of a Rolling Stone cafe. Sorry, a Rolling Stone restaurant.
Rolling Stone restaurant.
And nobody's listening to you. It's almost like they can't hear you knocking. If you know what I mean. It's the Stones on the
I wish I had to go on there.
Don't you remember we built these nachos? We built these nachos with chips and cheese. We built these nachos. We built these nachos with chips and cheese. Built these nachos. We built these nachos with cheese and chips.
Hi, I'm Barty Malin.
And I'm Marty Balin. No relation.
We just happen to be the world's biggest Jefferson Airplane,
Jefferson Starship,
and plain old Starship
fans. And we're also the world's biggest nacho fans.
And we thought it's high time somebody combined the two.
So we liquidated our family's assets and savings.
And Jefferson Star Chips was born.
And they're good.
They'd have to be. So much is riding on them.
But hey, if you don't believe us, listen to these guys.
Looking at these chips and looking at this cheese and feeling I should smush them together. If you like Jefferson Starship and I like Jefferson Starship, it's nachos we'll make, 'cause we both quit our jobs.
Let them say we're crazy. Don't care about that. We're putting chips in our cheese and we're never looking back. As a world around us completely falls apart, baby, we can make it with chips and cheese.
When we can build these nachos together, nachos strong forever. Nothing's gonna stop chips now. And if this world runs out of nachos, we'll still have some nachos. Nothing's gonna stop chips now.
Nothing's gonna stop chips now.
Whoa, whoa, nachos.
And it won't.
Or else we'll be left for dead.
So come on down.
Jefferson Star Chips.
Everything you love about Jefferson Starship or Airplane or just Starship.
And everything you've ever loved about nachos.
We guarantee it.
Whoa, really? We're doing that?
I guess so. I just got so excited. I just blurted it out, even though I know how fiscally risky it could be.
It could end us.
But maybe it won't?
Good enough for me. When we can build these nachos together. forever. Nothing's gonna stop chips now. And if this world runs out of nachos, we'll still have good nachos. Nothing's gonna stop chips now. And we can build these nachos together. Nachos strong forever. Nothing's gonna stop chips now.
Jefferson Starships. Hello, it's Mick Jagger, and I just want to say congratulations to 108.9 The Hawk for becoming the #1 station in Val Verde again. Start me up.
If you grew up in the UK in the late 70s, or if you're an American comedy nerd and you love BBC sitcoms, then you definitely love the only English sitcom that starred Supertramp as a bunch of bricklayers who were always fighting with each other. That's right, we're talking about Bloody Well Right, innit? Which ran for over 400 series on BBC 8. But we're not showing that. Unfortunately, PBS Val Verde has their claws in it. So we're stuck with the terrible Americanized version that starred Imagine Dragons called Bloody Well Right, Isn't It Radioactive? Look, we wish it was the other one, because just like Supertramp, it was dope. And this version is just like Imagine Dragons. Fucking terrible. This Wednesday on the Ruined by Americans block. On Channel 8, your home for great shit.
Oh, you make a dead man come. There you go.
Lyric
there you
for
go,
the whole
kids.
family.
Hope you're in school.
Well, that is, I
Hope
do
you're
like
in
that one.
school.
That is, we got you make a dead man's come in a cup of coffee. And that is, that is a name that we kind of came up with. That was kind of a fun way to think about coffee,
Yeah.
dead man's come cup of coffee.
I'm always trying to think of a fun way to think of coffee. And
I wish
thinking about a
coffee
dead
were
man's
fun.
cum in my coffee, that's
wish-
just fun.
Coffee
That's
were
how we
fun.
serve up the cream.
Oh my God. I love it. I love it. That's our back announcement on that song, Start Me Up from Tattoo You on 108.9 The Hawk. Geoff and Whisp Show. How are you drinking your coffee this morning, Val Verde?
Dead man's come.
Dead
man's
man's
cum.
cum. Dead man's cum. I'm just what we call half and half from now on.
Oh, that. I was like, hey, when you're picking up my groceries, I'm going to need a Haribo. I'm going to need some French bread. And I think we're running low on dead man's cum.
Yeah.
Could you get me one of those, please?
Finally, let's bring the fun back to half and half.
Okay, the
left
menu,
you off.
Flip.
The menu.
The menu.
It is an homage to the Sticky Fingers album. So you have to
okay.
unzip a zipper.
What?
To see what is in the menu. You remember that the Sticky Fingers album, the actual,
Had a real zipper on it, and you could put your finger in it. Like, what am I touching? Sticky fingers.
And you put your finger in there, and you touch the appetizer.
Okay, so
Oh,
I'm
so this is
going to
be like a kid's book where you could like feel the appetizer.
It's for the
Feel
adult. It's for the adults. It's for everybody. And the kids. We got the Tattoo You station. So they, we have people, and a lot of kids get the Voodoo Lounge stuff. I mean, we also have a Voodoo Lounge. But our tattoo artist is fair, good to fair, and he can do
Not
a lot
the
of
best.
the voodoo. Yeah, he's not the best. I mean,
Not
he'd be
the
working
best.
at a tattoo
They're
shop
kids.
if he was the best.
Yes, he wouldn't be working at a Rolling Stone restaurant if he were a good tattoo. So I'm sticking my finger in, Flip, and I'm touching, and it's really cold, and I'm like, whoa. I could order the She's So Cold shrimp cocktail as an appetizer.
Brother, I love that. Then that is obviously you've seen the menu online. I'm not gonna lie to you. That is it. That is you could definitely get that. For me, I think it's we got food for everybody's taste. We just want people to mess it up. And let's.
I hope they mess it up. I really want people to mess it up.
If you're in there and you're eating some brown sugar glazed carrots, you gotta mess it up. You gotta mess it up.
Every table's got dead flowers on it. We got the brown sugar, got the dead man's
You've
cum.
thought of
we got it all
everything.
there.
Now, I am a huge Tato Skin fan. So are you telling me that the no expectations which is
Yep,
really
yeah,
big.
yeah.
From
Taters,
Beggar's
yeah.
Banquet, of course.
Yes.
How are they? Are they
They
as
are
good as I hope
delicious, and
dream?
you said the key word too. The Beggar's Banquet is our buffet, our Sunday buffet. Beggar's Banquet. You come on in, you get whatever you want off that. But yeah, those taters are great. And it's whether you're going to go to the taters, you're going to have the let's spend the night tacos together. Whatever you're going to do. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
I have to beg at the Beggar's Banquet? And do I have to,
good question.
sing a song?
It makes it a little bit better, but we try to keep our customers, and our employees, actors. Just like the great Walt Disney, when they walk out on stage, we call the restaurant a stage. They are acting. That's why all of our waitresses, male and female, are named Angie. You gotta,
Angie.
That's right.
One more refill of Diet Coke. Can I hold
so
up
when you
my
call
Diet
out
Coke?
Angie, you know what the deal is. You know it's right.
You're
there,
hearing it all over the restaurant. Just people are like,
Hey,
shit, which
Angie.
which Angie are you referring to?
Let's spend one
so that-
taco together. And then you just get tired.
It's great. And we got the vegetarian options too. We got the jumping jackfruit, and those are the tacos. You can get that whatever you want. You got to get jackfruit. I mean, I'm not gonna. Hey, whatever your lifestyle choices are, but we got the jackfruit there. We got it all.
Is it no judgment zone in the Rolling Stone restaurant?
No judgment zone.
No judgment though. That is because honestly, for us, it's just about it's just about good times, good people, and that's all we want. That's all we want.
I mean, here's what I got to ask you, too, is have you gotten involved Marty and Wessie in this? Of course, I'm talking about Martin Scorsese and Wes Anderson. Those are just
Wait. How
nicknames we all
dare you?
call
Those
them.
are my friends, and I can call them that, Jeff.
Oh, no. They were
You are
trying to
not
call
allowed.
you last night, just apropos of nothing. They
You were
called
just
me
in the studio
by
and they
accident.
called you?
It was a FaceTime, three-way FaceTime, and they said, call me
that's
Marty
fine.
and call me Wessie.
Well, I'm going to take the because I'm actually friends with them, and Jeff is not. So I'm going to take this up and say, have you talked to Marty and Wessie about this restaurant concept at all?
Well, look, I don't know either of those people off the top of my head. I'm not I don't know if they're musicians or whatever they are. I did, I have reached out to Peter Tosh's family.
Oh, okay. That's a pretty left field.
Well,
Why?
I wanted to bury the hatchet, because I remember Peter Tosh and Keith Richards had that issue in Jamaica about money owed on a house or something like that. That he rented, so I said to him, Peter, you come on in, and I'll give you 2 orders of anyone seen my baby back ribs, and you can get that, and I'm not going to charge you for it. I just want you to get out there and just say like, hey, it's all good, it's all good. But then I found out, Peter Tosh, obviously a great musician.
Yeah,
great,
so good.
Great guy.
So good, so good.
Unfortunately, passed away.
He's dead.
You tried,
for a
you
very
tried to
long
dot
time.
all
For
your
a
I's,
very
cross
long
all your
time.
T's, and you find out Peter Tosh is dead. That's just being a modern business owner, I tell you.
And that's where that email kerfuffle got me, because I wrote Peter Tosh at Gmail, and I was writing this guy back and
And
forth.
his picture popped up, and it looked like
You're like,
Peter
it's
Tosh.
verified.
Yeah, I didn't look. I got readers, and sometimes I'm not in front of the computer.
Whoa.
So yeah,
These are your
I was like, all right,
readers
let's
you're
Peter
wearing,
Tosh.
You're wearing the readers.
I
Yeah,
got
clearly.
the readers on. Yeah, I got the readers on. I got to get these on. That Peter Tosh is down with it. But Marty and Wessie, I don't know, but they're welcome. Anybody is
I'll tell them.
you're a friend of the Stones. You're welcome into the place. And again, if you have Mick Jagger or Keith Richards' email,
Well,
I would love to get that.
Wiz,
Flip,
you know what
I've
I
got it.
realized? He was
What's
talking to
that?
Peter Tosh's Tots owner. Peter Tosh, who owns that potato tot.
Tosh's Tots down on Soundgarden
yeah.
Boulevard.
Yes.
Oh my God.
He's a
That
wonderful
place is
man.
delicious.
He'll agree
He's
to
a
any
great
business.
man. He'll fucking do anything. He will clean your car for you if you ask him nicely.
best
But it's
detailing.
weird that you say that about the email address for Mick Jagger and for Keith, because I'm good friends with both of them. And ladies and gentlemen, I have to say, surprise guest on the Geoff and Whisp Show is brought to you by Food Gulch.
All of the food that fell in the gulch. Food gulch.
Food Gulch. coach. And of course, I'm talking about our friend here. Ladies and gentlemen, he's walking slowly. My close friend, Keith Richards, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Thank you for coming on in here, sure. Okay, sit down. Sit down, Keith. Sit down, Keith. Keith, this is our new friend, Flip Turley, and he is starting or he has started. It's already happening. It's already, people are...
Soft opening.
Yeah, it's a soft opening. It's Rolling Stones themed, Keith. What do you think about that?
I've been waiting for this all my life.
Are you really?
You see, that's what I know. This is what I know. That's what I know.
Okay, so when you hear that somebody has created a Rolling Stones restaurant, Keith, what's the first thing that really pops into your head?
At first, they threatened to cut their cock off.
Whoa, what?
Whoa.
What? And then what do you say, Keith?
Beam me up, Scotty.
Give me the burger, give me the steak, and whack it down while you can get it. It's something you do on the run.
Now,
He wants
you
a
do
steak
burgers and
burger.
steaks.
There you go.
They're
We got
right
a steak
there.
burger. We got everything. And Keith, I know you stopped smoking, but we do have a smoking section for you. If you want to start again, you can start again right in the back room. Yeah.
People are in LA.
Of course.
I can't wait.
He cannot wait. We're going to hand this over to you, basically, Flip. You have a Rolling Stone. What would you have said in that email to a Rolling Stone?
Keith, I think of one thing that people think about you when they think about the Rolling Stones is not only great music, but they think about great grilled chicken and pepperoni pizzas. And, you bring people together through your music and you bring people together through your food. And I would love to have your blessing. Maybe you could even come in and sit in with Jim Belushi and Dan Aykroyd as they do some of their hits. I don't know if you sing. I'm a fan of the band, but I'm not. I'll be honest, tell you, I'm a Wyman guy. But I'll tell you this much. If I could get your name, I know.
There it is, really.
If I could get your name on
I can't wait.
Okay, great. Well, I want to get your name on that grilled salmon noodle bowl. If I could do that, if you have any ideas for how I could pitch that or sell that, I know that's a tricky thing to ask, but
How do you guys do this?
Well, that's it. And I've always had a thing with names. I know you can't, so I always thought, it's only a noodle bowl, or I could do like Keith Richards. Give me a second. I figure Keith
Out of the woodwork.
Right? Yeah, well, that's what
I
all
hear
my
whispers.
ideas. Keith.
I hear whispers.
Oh, okay, yeah. Keith Richards Whispers.
So what?
Okay. Keith Richards. You're making it a little hard for me, but I would say Keith Richards Whispering Angel Wine. You still drink, right?
But we did it, and here we are,
Oh, there we go. All right, I like it.
That's Keith approval right there.
But that's the nature of heroin.
Well, yeah, I mean, that is true. And
everybody's different in that respect. I think we want to push energy, and
if you want, we will serve heroin at the place. We probably have to just do it differently, or just put a different layer thing on it.
But that's the nature of heroin.
Well, yeah, of course, right. So, I think that the people. Look, people in Val Verde are no stranger to the H.
I can't wait to meet. I know that they're,
Well, we do have a couple of things. I want to tell you a couple of things that we do have that are based on you.
Wait.
Okay, we got the Keith Richards Hurricane.
I like
one of your best songs.
I like Tumbling Dice.
Okay, yeah, and then and we also have this thing where if you show up and your date doesn't show up, we call that I could have stood you up, but I didn't. We will get one of Val Verde's finest working women to sit down with you and keep you company for that entire time.
Yeah, why not?
Right.
You mean you're supposed to get food?
Well, we don't. Yeah, well, you're going to get food there, and we don't. And we've added the drive-through, but we don't call it a drive-through. We call it a through and through. We always say when we bring the check to the table, we say, "You got the silver, or are you going to be slipping away?" And that's we give that option to everybody to go out without paying the bill at one point.
I've always said that
Let's find a guy this time that can drive.
Well, yeah, if you have a guy who can drive or you drive, you just go through and through and you order whatever. Everything is ready. It's in Tupperware. We want to keep the environment safe, so that's reusable.
Give me the burger, give me the steak, and whack it down while you can get it. It's something you do on the run.
Absolutely.
Let's see if we can do this. And
seems like you're getting the seal of approval from Keith himself.
This is huge for me. I thought you were going to be angry, but
we did it, and here we are.
Absolutely. And I'll throw in some Dead Man's Cum for you, and we will. And this is just great.
Yeah,
this is
why
what
not?
a treat. What a treat.
The deal's still holding.
Oh, the deal's still holding. Okay. Wow. Well, thank you so much, Keith. This was amazing.
Yes.
Oh, no. Yes.
And I love busting old myths. Let's hope they are.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
And
Beam me up, Scotty.
There he goes again.
And if you ever want to sit in with the Rolling Clones, I'll talk to them.
They're one of the best tribute bands that's ever existed. That is just fantastic.
Keith, it's been very good having you here. Thank you for talking to Flip. This is really great. It's been
yes.
Okay. Okay. Get on out of here, Keith. Well, we'll see.
There it
is. Okay. Keith Richards, ladies and gentlemen, one of my good best friends in the entire world right here on the Geoff and Whisp Show. And does that make you feel good? Does that make you feel good about your concept and everything there?
I mean,
Flip?
I got to say I was kind of freaking out because
Really?
I was, I'm a huge Pirates of the Caribbean fan, and to see him in real life, I was like, man, this is it. And that was actually where I was debating originally. I was like, wow, if we could have a Pirates of the Caribbean restaurant, but I know Disney is as litigious as Taylor Swift. So
two people that will slit your throat: Roy Disney and Taylor Swift.
But I figured these guys don't have much age on them, so the minute they croak, I'm going to be changing this thing to the Rolling Stones restaurant, and we'll get it into the whole thing.
I got to tell you, we had two choices for surprise guests this morning. It was either going to be Keith Richards or Johnny Depp, and either way, I think we would have won with Flip
absolutely.
Turley.
I'm a big fan of him. I found out about Johnny Depp through that court case. Reminded me of an issue that I had with my wife and our addiction battles. But I'll tell you this much.
Yes, please.
The difference in my court case was I shit on the bed, not the dogs.
Oh, thank you. Keep the delay on for that one.
I think you can say shit.
I think you can. Scotty, are we able
shit?
to say shit now because of the FCC? He's saying
Oh,
yeah.
my God. He says you can. Hey, we're going to wrap things up with Flip.
Can.
Shit.
Shit, that's why we voted just a couple weeks ago to be able to say this on the air. That's what I said. I didn't get a chance to get out there.
My phone voted.
What?
I just tossed it in the room, and then it came out and it said 50 votes complete.
Wow, I get excited about all these elections and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, oh my God, if it's not something I can do, on an app or, I'm doing this casino app right now and I'm just on that all the time.
Oh my, don't tell Jeff. He's got a gambling problem.
I have a humongous gambling problem. Tell me about it off air. I'd love to know about this app. Please.
I will. I love this app. It's great. It's really, really great. If you watch an ad, you get 50 free spins. It's a 4-minute ad, but you get 50 free. It's a roulette. A lot of people say, well, don't play roulette, but oh my gosh, it's addictive.
The odds aren't against you ever in that sort of situation. That's
no, and the fun of it is it's a motion censored, so you got to just kind of move up and down your hand
Dead
like
man's
this.
cum, if you know what I mean.
Dead man's cum.
Amen.
Speaking of dead man's cum, it's news.
All the news you can use, or the news you could lose. It's news time on 108.9 The Hawk.
Now, Philip, tell me what you think about this one. A 5-year-old boy in East Val Verde East, called 911 to report his mom for eating his ice cream. It was so cute. What a fun kid. Now, Val Verde East police showed up. They tased the mother. She's now facing 10 to life for theft and for child endangerment. What are your thoughts there, Flip?
Look, you know what? If we don't do that, we risk living in a lawless world. And you know what I'm saying?
This is true.
At this point, when you call the cops, you want action, you want answers. I don't want anybody coming there going, oh, let's calm it down. Nope. Let's see. I can calm it down myself. If I wanted to hire a therapist to come out in the street, I would call 1-800-CARDIGAN or something like that.
Yes.
But I'm calling 911. I want to have tasers drawn, and they didn't kill her, right? So what's the no harm, no foul?
No, and now
tase is just a phase.
Tase is just a phase. You heard it from Flip. And I love those therapists that you could just bring out into the street. Those are the best kind of therapists. You're like, come on out into the street.
They come out there with their like little nerd glasses and their pipes, and they're just like, "Oh, maybe it's your mother or whatever they're gonna say." They'll tell them, "No, it's not."
I'll usually say maybe it's your mother.
Wow.
And I'm gonna find out
burn
tonight.
Oh yeah,
Burn.
That's right.
Burn. Oh, we got another news story. I want you guys to weigh in. A woman in Virginia nicknamed Tunnel Girl has finally received approval to continue digging a massive underground bunker beneath her home. Now, her neighbors have mixed feelings about the project, but social media is loving it, especially the TikToks. Jeff!
I mean, I've been loving it. I say build more tunnels. I'd say just keep on building
More
them.
tunnels.
Everyone should have a tunnel. We should all be mole people. Like, let's just live up that life. I mean, come on.
I built a bat cave underneath my house.
Wait. You have a real operational bat cave under your house, Flip?
Yeah, well, so I went down there and I started building this bat cave. The issue I had is, how the hell am I gonna get that car out? I didn't think about building like an exit.
You get the car in, then you can't get it out.
I got the car in, but I can't get the car out. So I do have a functioning bat cave, and it's working. I got the home security up there. I got a couple different things, but yeah, I can't get the car out.
Do you have a butler down there that's trapped as well?
Is there a trapped butler, Flip? Down there.
I do have. I got one of those funny butlers. They get some at that Spirit of Halloween store where it's just like it just looks like an old guy with a plate and something like that. Somebody put hot dogs on there, and sometimes I call him Clip, and I go Clip. I go, what are you doing with those hot dogs? You got to put them in buns. I'm always giving him the runaround at every given chance I can get. But yeah, and then I bring him into the restaurant too, so he stands at the front because we don't have a front person there.
Amazing.
I thought I tried talking to him, and he didn't say anything to me except try to give me a hot dog.
No, he's just like Bill Wyman. That's what he is. He just kinda stands there
silent but deadly.
Turn around.
Right.
Turn around, Blair Witch
we do have his back turned, so it does look like the place is open. Because I think that sometimes that whatever that health code thing in the window has gotten people thinking we're closed or whatever.
What is your letter? What is your letter in the door?
What are letters, right? I mean,
there you go.
I think we definitely got an F for fantastic. So that's what I'm excited about.
Well, I would give you an F for fucking great restaurant. Take that, Val Verde City Council, and Flip Turley. Thank you so much for being here. I will tell you what, I own the station. We're going to give you a free remote. We're going to send Big Truck and our own Greg Lemon Sour down there for your Beggar's Banquet this weekend. They'll broadcast live.
Right after church, you come on down. We're gonna hook you up with whatever you want. And like I said, bring the kids, get them tattooed. And then the adults, can stay after brunch for the little bit of voodoo lounge. And that's where we're having fun.
I got a feeling Greg Lemonsour is going to be bringing his Stratocaster to play some blues guitar down there.
I have a feeling he's going to bring his copy of Metamorphosis and hope somebody's there to sign it, like Bill Wyman or maybe a Bobby Keys or anyone like that. But you can get that down at a Rolling Stone restaurant.
A Rolling Stone restaurant, and yes, the way the S in the restaurant is bigger, and we do position it in a way where the S does look like an S that connects to stones. It's a very clever design that my 14-year-old did. He's great on that Canva.
Beautiful.
Well, Keith just walked back in. What do you want, Keith? What's going on?
Steve and I have been working together for 30-odd years or more. Let's go for it.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
I think he's maybe talking about one of those guys from the Rolling Clones. We'll get him and Steven working together. Maybe we'll put them all together. It'd be great.
Oh, that would be great. And we have played our quota of Stones. We can't play any more this hour. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's Aerosmith on 108.9 The Hawk. From Sharney's Tower to the Val Verde and Normo Dome to the Richie Blackmore Memorial Statue. From Flappers to Fletchies. If it's rockin', it's on 108.9 The Hawk. Paul Scheer, welcome back to 108.9 The Hawk.
Fantastic, as always.
Guys.
That is the first time we've had a Keith Richards interview. It's usually David Lee Roth. And
I love it.
Bobby Moynihan had a fight with David Lee Roth the last time he was on.
That is true.
Of them just going back and forth on it. And
I was trying to figure out how to. I mean, the interesting thing is that Keith Richards is in his own world anyway, so everything works. It can be confrontational, can be friendly.
And the thing, I was watching so many Keith Richards interviews last night to pull clips, and the one thing I noticed about his interviews, they're really sweet, and he likes to talk about the like early years of the band, and like how he always mentions how he's like, oh, well, I didn't want to get a job, so I did this. And he's really happy about how the band has exploded, and he's very sincere, but he still also wants to talk about the blues and all of this other music that he grew up listening to in every interview.
I feel like there's a real purity to getting that famous that young, because you don't really live a life that is reflective of like what culture or the world, like he has been so famous for so long that he is living a certain kind of paralyzed life, and not in a negative way, but like these things are still fresh to him. Like he didn't have to worry about like, oh well, then the Stones ended and I had to figure out what I was doing next. Stones never ended. No. He never seemed to do anything. It's like his life has been this. So it's like it's as fresh as the day is.
He didn't think about having to go to grad school at some point or try to reevaluate his career.
No, I think wasn't he like a machinist too? Like at first, like I know that Mick went to art school. I don't think Keith did. I think he was like working as like a machinist or something.
I feel like he's one of those guys too. Like they pulled him in for a bit at SNL, like in the 50th. Yeah. Like he's ready to go. Like he's just he's down, and you would think that he is the least. Like, well, it's like you would think based on the interviews and stuff like that, like, oh, he would be the least with it, but he oddly has seemingly the best sense of humor.
He really does. Mick has a good, like, Mick will like pop up on an SNL or something. But
like he knows how to do it. Like, I mean, these guys are performers. I guess the question is, would you, if you had to, I mean, look, the Beatles did movies. The Rolling Stones, I guess, did they really?
They did Rock and Roll Circus, but it was more of like a performance movie. Yeah. So it wasn't
Gary Goddard did Sympathy, right? But that
was still like the recording of Sympathy. It was never like here's our storyline. Let's go here, Mick.
I oddly think I think that like the Stones might be funnier.
Like they probably are.
Right? I there's a part of me that just feels like they just have like where I think the Beatles were cute and funny and got absurdity, I think that the Rolling Stones are much more defined, like voices. I mean, I know I know we're talking about a very fine line here, but like they have a funny way about them that is just different.
I think Keith is naturally funny.
I don't know.
No,
I think Mick is funny, but maybe has a little bit of like a Dave Grohl try too hard.
Yes, I can see that.
Sure.
And when it comes to the Beatles, like I remember like watching the Get Back, right? Is that like I found I was like, oh, John Lennon is frustrating after a while. He's like that era's version of quoting Anchorman quotes. Like, but instead it's like Spike. It's like the Goon Squad quotes.
Yeah.
Like,
well, and like there's I guess there's a difference where it's like I feel like, and maybe this is it, because I'm a fan of both, but I think that John Lennon probably took himself more seriously than any member of the Rolling Stones, right? And it's like, and so maybe that is the one thing that pushes it over the line just a little bit, right? Like I feel like the Rolling Stones just didn't get kind of caught up in, I don't know. There's something interesting about them.
Bill Wyman's the ultimate voice of reason character. Like he is like
the ultimate, like
straight man. He's the ultimate straight man. Like because he's never going to literally say anything. Just give a little look of like.
So
I think the Stones like knew they were stars. Like the Beatles knew they were stars and kind of acted the part. Where the Stones were just like Richards was just happy to have a job. And that was happy that people were listening to their songs.
It's the difference between like being cutesy, like because the Beatles were always, the Stones I don't think were cutesy. They were sexy.
No,
they were sexy. They were like the Stones fucked. The Beatles you wanted to date, right? Like I think that's like I mean not that
There's
that
a
is
shirt.
Yeah.
The Stones fucked the Beatles you wanted to
Marry,
date.
fuck, kill. Date, fuck, and then I don't know who the kill is. The Doors or something.
The Doors. Kill the Doors. Kill the Doors. Paul, thank you so much for coming on. You've got so much going on, and one thing that I've absolutely been loving is dark web.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, dark web. Rob Hubel and I have been doing the show in a different way for a very long time, where we just kind of entertain each other by pulling weird stuff off the internet, and now we have stepped it up. We got a studio. It's a free YouTube show, and it's been a blast. You can just find it on YouTube, the dark web.
It's so much fun. It's so like some of the clips that you guys pull up. I just laugh my ass off, and I'm just floored.
The one that really has gotten a lot of traction, which is so funny. It's like there's never, for everything that you all do here with music, I find that same fascination with local lawyers. And and like local lawyers, there's a guy that we found. His name is JG. And all he does is take Instagram videos with his clients right after they get their cases dismissed. And they are wild. And this one kid's like, don't fuck with JG, but if you're coming, you got to bring that paper. And it's like, okay, you happy? You happy? And, it's like, and there's like there are people, I love when people force you into their Instagram world.
Right.
And that's what it feels like. It's like all these, and that kid was not forced in, but everybody else that I see him do a thing with, like he's meeting with them. And by the way, where this idea came from for today was I was watching him. He showed up to court in a Rolling Stones hoodie, red hoodie, right? And did a video in that red hoodie, letting people, like, hey, here it is. I got to get this out. Got to get this one out. It is one of my favorite. He is amazing. But yeah, so Rob and I just find weird stuff from religion, and it's like it's every kind of thing, that we love.
And there's so much. It's
honestly, that's why it's
much
like
madness.
We're like when the internet is such a nightmare currently. And at the same time, I'm like, well, you guys are finding the joy, the things that I'm still like, well, I mean, come on,
this
guys.
Is the thing. It's like
there's real fun stuff out there.
We came from a culture of like, this is my favorite thing to do. Is like you find this stuff. Like I remember literally being in my friend's house when I saw the Grape Stomp Woman for the first time.
Oh my
God. And and it's like, oh God, and it's like, and that's like, and I guess like that's like the thing that I still want to enjoy. Like I want to enjoy like finding weird stuff.
Self potato on Wheel of Fortune is still the funniest thing.
Oh my God.
Like self potato makes me laugh harder than any comedy. It's like Garth Marenghi's Dark Place, but then self potato is like right above it.
I still think electrocuted woman speaks. Have you ever seen that one?
Oh no!
Where I'll send you the clip. I will send you the clip, but it's a news report where a woman who was struck by lightning talks in the interview.
Oh,
and the tape fucks up where she's just like, and then it goes back to the anchor, and the anchor's like, I don't think that was supposed to be like that. We apologize, lady. I've watched that so many times.
I want to show you guys this just to see your reaction to it, even though it's a video. But here he is. Here's JG in his Rolling Stones shirt. Oh, wait, I got to get it out. There it is. But you see him right there with his client. I guess I have to. Yeah,
God. I love it.
I guess I have to sign in on you. Yeah, but there it is. I'll make sure you guys see it. But just to show up to court in a full Rolling Stones.
I love our justice system.
Outfit. I mean, this is it. Here he is in a motorcycle jacket. He's showing up in shorts.
Did they get a discount if they get on the IG or?
I think it's like part of the deal. It's like you have to be an NIG.
Wow, I love it.
I love it. I love it. We love you, Paul. Thank you so much for coming back on.
Thank you so much. What a pleasure. Always.
Absolute blast. 108.9 The Honk with Jason Gore and Jeff Garlock.
A comedy podcast about a fictional classic rock radio station.
Hear and see new episodes every Monday. Subscribe on YouTube,
Apple Podcasts,
Spotify,
Pocket Casts,
Overcast, and wherever you get your podcasts. Support the show by going to patreon.com/1089 1089 The Hawk. Get video and audio episodes 1 week early, bonus shows, and so much more. Get that merch by going to our website at 1089thehawk.com. And if you like what you heard in this episode, you can check out a ton of 108.9 The Hawk episodes on our website at 1089thehawk.com or wherever you get your podcasts. A comedy podcast about a fictional classic rock radio station. 108.9 The Hawk with Jason Gore and Jeff Garlock.